Welcome in Craft and Design 3.0. For my dear guys, for my dear audience, in this video I will describe some different and much beautiful scrap metal art gardening ideas or scrap metal which is used for gardening art. My dear guys, creating garden art from scrap metal is a fantastic way to recycle old material and add unique artistic element to your outdoor space. My dear guys, some creative ideas and tips for making scrap metal art for your garden. Scrap metal art gardening ideas. Metal garden sculpture. Abstract sculpture use bent rods, pipes, or other scrap pieces to create abstract shapes and forms weld or fasten the pieces together to form a unique sculpture. So animal figures, craft animal like birds, insect, or even mythical creatures using scrap metal. Or for example, use horseshoes or for a dragonfly body or old tools for a bird wing. My dear guys, scrap metal are used in human figures. Sculpt human figures using a combination of metal rods for the frame and scrap metal pieces for the body. These can be abstract or detailed depending on your skills level. So some scrap metal planter are also used. Recycle containers convert old metal containers like drum, buckets, or basins into planters. Decorate on them with well-done metal flowers or leaves. So as a hanging planter, use metal chain and scrap metal balls or pots to create hanging planters. They had a rustic charm and hung from toy branches or pergolas. So tired planters stack different size of metal containers or old core pots to create a tired planter. Paint them in a contrasting color for a vibrant look. So metal flower and plants, metal flowers, craft flower from old metal sheets, tin cans or car pots. Weld petal, leaves and stem together to create everlasting blooms that can be placed around the gardens. Cactus sculpture. My dear guys, use metal pipes or rods to create cactus sculpture. Paint them green and place them in the garden for a quickly low maintenance plant or display. My dear guys, metal fan cut and bend the thin metal sheets or stripes to resemble fan fronds. So these can be planted in the ground or in pots, such as a garden trellises and corks. So scrap metal trellis well together, scrap metal rods are repaired to create a sturdy trellis for climbing plants. The design can be as simple or as intricate as you like. My dear guys, my dear audience, um, so in that time, I am sitting in my garden, and you can hear the bird sound as beautifully. My dear guys, in hearing and you can hear my voice and my decorative ideas. My dear guys, decorative arts are also create garden arts using old metal gates, bed frames, or other large scale metal pieces. So these can serve as entryways to different sections for your garden. And as a spiral trellis, use old spring or coils to create a spiral trellis. This work well for growing vines and add a whimsical touch to the garden. So as a metal garden stake, decorative stake, use metal rods or rebar as the base and add metal shapes like stars, hearts, or animal at the top. So this stake can be painted and placed throughout the garden. So as a wind spinner attach small metal shapes or gears to a metal rods that can spin with the wind. So these add movement and sound to the garden. And like as my dear guys, solar light stick, incorporate solar light into your metal sticks by attaching them to the top. So this provides functional lighting while doubling as art. And water feature or metal fountain, create a water fountain using old metal pipes, gear, and containers. So water can flow through the pipes and cascade into a basin below. Create a soothing effect and metal water wheel or a purpose an old metal wheel as part of a water feature. So this wheel can turn with the flow of water, adding both visual interest and movement. So as a rain chains use scrap metal cups are chains to create a rain chain. So these can be hung from the roof to guide the rainwater down in a visually appealing way. So as a garden sign and labels, my dear guys, metal sign cut out letter or shapes from scrap metal sheets to create custom garden signs. So these can be painted or left with a natural patina for rustic look. And plant labels, create plant labels using metal stripe or old spoons. So stamp or engrave the plant names onto the metal and stake them in the garden ground. So metal pathway bow on board. So dear audience, recycle tool border line pathways with old tools like wrenches, hammer or spades. They create a unique border while also paying homage to the tool of the trade. So garden gate and fences. My dear guys, cap metal gate, craft garden gate from old metal grills, gate or bed frames, decorative elements like metal flowers or vines for personalized touch. And fence panel use a mix of scrap metal sheet rods and other metal pieces to create custom fence panel. So these can be painted or left to rust for a natural patina. So metal bird house and feeder bird house sculpture create bird house from old metal containers or sheet. So add decorative elements like roofs made from metal scrap or purchased from old boards. So craft bird feeders from recycled metal pot, old pans, balls, or even car pot can be turned into unique feeder that attract bird while adding character to your garden. So some tips for working with scrap metal. First of all, safety first. My dear guys, use rust resistant material, embrace patina, welding skill, think outside the boxes. Look, my dear guys, when think outside the boxes. Look at scrap metal pieces not just for what they are, but what they could become. A pile of old tools might just be the perfect component for your next garden sculpture. My dear guys, by repurposing scrap metal, you can create one of a kind garden art that add personality and creativity to your outdoor space. So thank you very much, guys, for watching my video and sharing my video and like my video and your affectionate love with me. Once again, thank you very much.